Welcome back to Talking Wolves. My name's Matt Cooper, and today we're joined by Chris from Redmen TV. Chris, how are you?
I'm good, mate. Thank you very much. Thanks for asking me on.
It's not a problem, but it's a great time to be a Red, isn't it?
Mate, it's always a good time to be a Red, but this is the best time to be a Red. We're just having fun. We're watching the best football team in the world. We're watching the World Champions. We're watching the European Champions. And we are miles ahead of everybody in the Premier League. What couldn't you like? And it's Christmas. It just doesn't get any better than that, does it?
I know it's the old cliche, but is it your year?
2019's definitely been our year, mate. 2019's been our year, and I think we're going to win the league in 2020.
You put the house on winning the league, wouldn't you?
I'm not sure to put my house on it because my wife might have something to say about it. But I do think that Liverpool are going to win the league. I think we're the best side in the league. And I think we're the most consistent side in the league. Look, I've been wrong before. But I think everybody's kind of looking at it and thinking Liverpool are going to win the league this season.
There's absolutely no doubt that you are miles ahead of anyone in the league. And the table does suggest so. And you look at last season, what was it, a point off City, or I can't remember his goal difference. What's changed from last season to this season?
I think winning the European Cup has had a massive thing on the mentality of this squad. I mean, we just don't know when we're beaten. It looks like we don't know how to be beaten. You know, so many late victories, you know, Aston Villa, Sheffield United, and scraping by and stuff like that. But we've just got a squad full of winners now, and they've done it, and they're hungry, and they're like frigging addicts, mate. They just want more and more of it. They want that feeling, and, you know, winning the Super Cup, winning the Club World Cup, it's just making them stronger, and they just look better and better. And last time out against Leicester, we were supposed to be tired. We had a couple of games over in Qatar. We've flown back from another continent, and we dominated second place in the league. We went there and we beat them 4-0. When does that happen? When does the one who in first go to the side who's in second and snot them off the park? But that's what Liverpool did at the hardest time of year to do it.
Yeah, it's certainly a coming of age for that Liverpool team. And obviously Wolves are flying high. Probably not going to catch Liverpool in top spot.
Is it 22 points or something like that? I think we're a little bit ahead of you.
So what have you thought of Wolves this season? I know last season they took everyone a bit by surprise, but have they taken you by surprise again this season? Look like they've kicked on a little bit more.
Yeah, they have taken me by surprise, actually. I think it's quite easy sometimes to come up, you know, into a division and do well, because you do have that sort of element of surprise. So for me, the surprise this season is, with the little bit of a poor start that you had, that you were able to come back and start annoying teams again. Because I think that's what Wolves do. They annoy the teams who are higher up than them. Whereas they had a bit of a struggle, I think I'm right in saying, you'll correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure. Whereas last year, they struggled to beat the sides lower down consistently, didn't they? Whereas they seem to be able to do that now. And, you know, they're playing with the confidence and, listen, good players all across the pitch. And I think crucially for Wolves, what I like about them, and what I think that Liverpool sides have lacked over the years, but all the great sides have, is good spine. You know, a goalkeeper who's doing well. You got Coady at the back there, João Moutinho and Neves in the middle, and you got Jimenez up front. That as a spine is just a nice strong spine, isn't it? And, you know, you might say there's better players. I know Adama Traore is absolutely flying this season. We're finally seeing that end product that he's shown that he maybe was lacking at times. So for me, it's just that ability for Wolves to be able to kick on and do better, because it's all right, you're doing it as a surprise package, but when everybody knows how you're going to play and teams can't stop you, that for me is more impressive.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what Liverpool are doing at the minute. You know, we said on your channel, Redmen TV, teams against Liverpool try and neutralise the wide positions, and then you come straight through the middle, and they try and neutralise at the centre of the park, and then you got Trent and Robertson flying down the wings. So if Wolves are going to have any prayer of stopping Liverpool, how do you reckon they should go about it?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. I never think that Liverpool are going to lose a game anymore. You know, it's been, I think it was April 2017 when we lost at Anfield in the league, mate. I mean, that's ridiculous. You know, it's just been, you know, and we lost one game last season, and we haven't lost a game this season yet in the league. We're just playing like we're going to be champions of England. We're just playing like you can't beat us. And I think a lot of sides, quite honestly, are beaten before they've even taken to the pitch. I think we've worked ourselves into position now where teams are like, oh, well, we're going to get beat here. How many is he going to be by? And, you know, I've seen great Manchester United sides who've had that aura about them. I've seen that Centurion City side, the Invincibles at Arsenal. Never seen a Liverpool side have it, not in my football going lifetime, you know. But I suppose, you know, to answer the question, maybe Klopp rotates a bit too much. Because because he has been rotating. I'd expect us to see maybe Adam Lallana in the side, maybe as the DM. But he's performed well there, you know, but that would be a weakness compared to Henderson or Fabinho. I'd expect us to see one of Mane or Firmino not play, maybe Origi or Shaqiri. I'd expect us to maybe rest either Wijnaldum or Keita. I'd imagine the back five is going to stay about the same. So maybe the rotation is it. Maybe he rotates one too many players and there's just that little bit of fluidity there. But you still got the other lads on the bench to bring on if everything's going bad. But it's just a tough ask for Wolves at the moment, like it will be for any side.
Yeah, I completely agree. Do you feel like teams are already turning up semi-beaten?
Yeah.
Even the top teams coming to Anfield. I mean, amongst Wolves fans, it's after last night. It's like we'll go to Liverpool, we'll get a result, but deep down, I know they're thinking the same as me. Thinking 95% we're going to probably lose the game. But do you think that teams are already turning up to Anfield already beaten?
Yeah, I do, and you know it's been a long time. We've been building this sort of reputation up at Anfield. You know, Klopp referenced it when he first come in. You know, you want to make it Fortress Anfield again. Loads of managers have said it over the years since we were running the league in the 70s and 80s and stuff. But Klopp's really made that a thing again. Benitez had it at times where he had that Fortress feel back. But now you walk along the corridor behind and you see that wall of champions and you see how many times we've won the league and the European Cup and the This Is Anfield signs back up now, which Klopp said, you know, it was always there, but Klopp said you're not allowed to touch it until you've won something. Now they're all touching the sign as they walk out. The roar from the Anfield crowd is as good as it has been in the Premier League era, and the pitch is big and we're taking the ball off teams and we're asking them questions. We're tiring them out. That's the thing I think that Liverpool are doing better than anything is we're not rushing to try and get goals up. You know, that Brendan Rodgers side of 13-14 would blow sides out the water in the first 5 minutes. Now Liverpool are quite content to just pull a team from side to side over and over and over again. In the last 10-15 minutes when the team's knackered, that's when we're at our best. You know, that's when we're scoring our goals and we're winning games. So it's a load of different factors, but I think the fact that it's so hard to get a result at Anfield is definitely playing on the minds of opposition teams and managers.
Yeah, I completely agree. And if you could, I know you've got a team full of winners and match winners, but if you could pinpoint one key danger man for Wolves to worry about, who would it be? Would it be Trent? Would it be Mane?
Oh, yeah, both of them. Both of them are great shouts.
Go on, mate.
If I had to pick one, I'm going to say in this game, it's going to be Roberto Firmino again. He obviously scored the other night. He scored in the World Club Cup final. He was having a little bit of a barren spell. And I think it was because of the midfielders that we were playing. I think we'd maybe playing like a Naby Keita or an Oxlade-Chamberlain behind him. He wasn't getting that space when he drops in from that false nine position. Now he seems to understand where those players are going to be. He's got himself back on the score sheet and he's playing with the confidence that he's a joy to watch. He's one of those footballers who gets you out your seat. As soon as he picks the ball up, you're like, what's going to happen here? You know, he's got tricks, he's got flicks, he's got end product as well. So Mane's a little bit off the boil. I say a little bit. He's been playing at a world-class level, but he's just not scored in a couple of games. It always seems to be one of the front three is not at the best, but the other two are sound. And Firmino's time seems to be now. So I'd probably say Firmino will be the danger man.
And finally, I know Wolves' his skipper, Conor Coady, he's adored by Wolves fans. He's built a great affinity with kind of the supporters. And he leads by example. How is he received in Liverpool these days? Obviously, he captained the youth team and stuff, and he rose through the ranks. But is he still fondly there, or? Yeah,
I think he's sort of fondly now because of what he's gone on to achieve since leaving Liverpool Football Club, and I think that's. I think people like him more because of it, because we see so many lads who maybe aren't deemed good enough to be Liverpool players, and clearly he was good enough to be a Liverpool player. Maybe just didn't have the opportunities, and you know. Maybe he just was a little bit of a later developer. So I'm happy to see that he's doing well in the Premier League. I'm happy to see that he's still wearing his heart on his sleeve. I'm happy to see that he's got those traits that we like as scousers and footballers. You know, that ability to, you know, try harder than anybody else on the field, throw your body on the line, give absolutely everything. They're traits that us as a Liverpool fan base adore more than anything else. It's why we love Andy Robertson. It's why we love Dirk Kuyt. It's why we love Jamie Carragher. They might not be technically the best players that you've ever seen, but you know they're going to throw your body on the line. So for me to see Conor Coady do that for Wolves is a testament to the man, but also a testament to the player that he's able to perform at this level in the Premier League week in, week out.
Yeah, it certainly is, and he's been a revelation since dropping into that sweeper role under Nuno. So it's going to be a tough task for Wolves. I'm hoping for a draw, not expecting another win, but expecting to probably get pumped 3 or 4-0. But Chris, thanks for joining us today. Where can people find you, should they wish?
Yeah, youtube.com/the Redmen TV. We've been going now for 10 years on YouTube. If you want Liverpool content for whatever reason, come over and check it out.
And where can I find you personally?
My Twitter is @MrBloodRed. Yeah, it's good. It's a good laugh over there.
So if you're new here, guys, don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and I'm sure we'll see you very soon.